When I was bigger, I felt skinny. I felt skinnier than I do now. When I was bigger, I'm not gonna hold you. When I was in my string bikini and I was at my heaviest weight, I was like, skinny bitch. And that's when I realized, like, thin is a feeling.
Yeah.
It's not a look. And so is fat. Fat is a feeling. Like, you ever been around somebody thin and she's like, ah, I'm so fat. I feel so fat today.
Yeah.
Because it's a feeling. It's not real. You know what I mean? Like, society tries to tell you that it's real and the scale tries to tell you, but it's really how you feel on the inside. Yeah. So I felt skinnier then than I do now. Maybe I'm told
I think
that
it
I'm
gotta be
thin.
both, though. Because I get what you're saying, but if you're 300 pounds, you're 300 pounds. That's more than just the feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
No. And let's be real. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, there is like a science behind it. Like, you know, there is an aesthetic to it. But I also think that we've seen where Jessica Simpson had on mom jeans in 2005 and they were calling her fat and she wasn't.
Yeah.
So it gets misinterpreted and misconstrued all the time. There are objective truths. You know, there are people who are bigger, and I think that's fine. And yeah, we fat. I like calling myself fat.
I think it's a race component too, though, because if Jessica Simpson was black back then, you'd be like, damn, she thick. You know?
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But that's a whole other conversation. That's a TED talk.
Yeah.
We can get into that.
I do want to
The
know
racialization of beauty standards and how it's racist.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Wait, what was your question gonna be though?
Well, I was going to ask you, you know, what parts of your identity did the industry try to monetize or, dare I say, even exploit before you even understood it yourself?
Yeah, I didn't know because, you know, I was being myself, and the industry is exploitative. That's that's its job. Its job is to, because think of it's an industry. There's car industries. They're you know getting a product out there, and they'll exploit the workers to do that. You know what I mean? So for me, I don't look at it as a negative thing. I know that word is so crazy, but it's like I was being sold. I was being packaged, marketed, and sold for being myself. And that was a strange thing. I can't imagine people who have to fake their brand because that would drive me insane. I would be like, yo, dude, I don't want to do this shit no more. I don't want to be happy. I don't want to play the flute. I don't want to be fat. You know what I mean? Like, but you said, when did I realize it?
Yeah.
Damn. I think maybe even now. I think when I'm started to release weight, that's when I realized it. Because I remember I was talking to my trainer at the time, and I was like, yeah, I want to just like intentionally like let go some weight, like get a little bit smaller, da 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 da. And he was like, oh, I'm about to fuck up your brand. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, what does that mean? And I had to think about that for a while, like, and that was when I was heavier. And, you know, X amount of pounds down later, I saw the backlash. People were upset. And I was like, wait, what's happening?
Yeah.
And that was what he was talking about. And two things are happening.